Hey guys, welcome back to Digimon Story Sleuth. Last time, what were we up to? We beat up Craniumon for, I don't know, not being Crusadermon. And, we got roped into this whole, I don't even know, occult business here down in fucking Nakano. But near the end of the episode, I was having a really hard time talking. I have no idea why. I think it was just because I recorded 2 episodes of the backlog in a row, and well, that's usually not a problem, because I can talk for a really long time. I guess I was just, really out of it at that point. So, I took a break, got something to eat, watched some YouTube, went ahead and chilled out and all that stuff, and I'm finally back to play some good old fucking Cyber Sleuth. So, nothing really happened in between episodes. I can't really do anything because I'm stuck in Nakano with all these guys, but I did want to take note. The random DLC lady is still just kind of, standing here. Let's focus on investigating the oddities. Usually she's not here, but because of it being the complete version, she's here. 1 second. God, excuse me. I will never not ever nowhere be disgusting. Exactly. But yeah, usually this lady would be gone, just due to the fact you would probably pick up all the DLC at the beginning of the game, but I did not do that. Either way, at this point we're just supposed to walk around Nakano and do a bunch of random fucking things, because I don't even know. They're talking about Matthew. I don't know why. That's just... What is a Matthew other than, a fucking name? I don't get that. Whatever. I figured out a little bit of the three-legged Matthew's backstory. So get this. 30 years ago, there was this popular Anita doll whose clothes you could swap out. Matthew was another doll who was her ex-boyfriend. Why would you release the ex-boyfriend doll? Wouldn't you release the boyfriend doll? It's kind of weird. Originally, it was described as her fiancé, but another male doll that showed up later, Lance, a diplomat, became popular. At some point, Lance and Anita got hitched, and Matthew was relegated to the ex-boyfriend position. Okay, well, that's a doll, and dolls aren't, well, they're real, but the dolls don't have a character. It's like you're fucking describing to me the fucking Cabbage Patch Kids. I never understood that fucking craze. Then again, born in 2000... Those things were already fucking out of chic at that point. So it's like, I never would have really gotten that stuff. It was like Beanie Babies. It just wasn't my gen. Turns out there's an epilogue of sorts to Matthew's story. After he lost Anita to Lance, Matthew went insane and attacked Lance, chopping up his body and sending pieces to Anita. Okay. But things didn't go entirely according to plan. When he tried to find the final piece to her, a single leg. Because it turned out Anita was putting Lance's body back together using forbidden dark magic. When what Matthew did in response was attach that final leg to his own body. What is that word right there? Ostensively. Or ostensibly? Yeah, okay. That's not a word that gets used a lot in the English language, but I understand that word. Ostensibly, in an effort to ensure Lance could never be revived. Ever since, he's apparently been walking around with much difficulty on his 3 legs, roaming around here and there, forever searching for memories of the good old days he and Anita once had. That name. If you're an OG on YouTube, you're gonna recognize somebody by the name of Anita, but I'm not gonna say anything. YouTube drama is YouTube drama. I don't want to get into it, but it is hilarious. Anyway. So, these dolls I guess I'm not supposed to read these in the correct way. I don't think you should go that way. I just get a weird feeling from that direction. Okay, I have a feeling I was supposed to read these in a certain order, but then again, how else would you read this order? Anyway, Matthew sounds like a cunt. Anyway. I think Manaka and Kenji make a cute pair, don't you? Oh, don't tell them I said that, okay? Okay, is this like the entire project to get them hitched or something? I don't know. Nakano Broadway at night feels really creepy. I mean, during the day, there are some floors I don't like visiting, but this is something else. I guess. Sorry, my fucking throat. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. Alright, on to the second floor. Okay, you're just telling me scary stories about dolls. It's just not all that interesting. Now to turn our attention to Kata Kata. Well, time's a-wasting. Off we go. Okay. Pretty much this entire part of the game is just them telling me lore dumps about, I guess, what are they, fucking myths? But not myths that exist in real life. It's just myths that the game came up with. I don't really get it. The name Teka Teka supposedly comes from the sound she makes when she moves with her arms. So where does katakata come from? I don't know, maybe they're trying to fucking teach you katakana. I have no clue. From what I can tell, katakata is derived from the famous Teka Teka legend. Teka Teka is an apparition who lost her feet in a train accident. She can travel up to 150 kilometers per hour. I always see fucking MPH, but that's because I'm a fucking stupid American. But kilometers per hour with just her arms, laughing as she pursues people. Katakata is therefore an altered form that Teka Teka came from, adopted after many years. But okay, but what is katakata? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it, dude. I don't think anybody. Wait, what? I don't think anybody up against a spirit that could go 150 kilometers per hour would have any hope of escaping. If you bump into it, it's game over. Okay then. Manaka is such a fraidy cat, but she still loves it when Kenji talks about occult stories all passionately and stuff. You know, this whole fucking love triangle always, it's just, I don't even know. I don't really get it. Nothing to report here either. Yep, let's make our way to the 3rd floor. What are we doing? Are we just, like, looking... I don't get the investigation right now. We are definitely not the investigation team from Persona 4. It's just like, man, I wonder about this legend. Let's all stand around on the fucking floor. Well, we didn't find anything. Let's leave. It's like, are we supposed to be disproving these, or what the fuck is going on? What do we run into up here, I wonder? I'm going to take a guess of fucking nothing. Only one way to find out. Let's split up and get to work, everyone. Now, if you want to make the reference, you got to say, let's split up and look for clues. Well, all right, gang. Let's split up and look for clues. Like, zoinks, I don't think I want to do this. I'm Scooby. We got Fred. Fred is Kenji. Velma is, what's May. This is Daphne. That's Shaggy, I guess, and I'm Scooby. I'm Scooby-Dooby-Doo. You seem totally bored, Lily. You're just spouting weird stuff now. Hey, Manaka, how are things going with you and Kenji? How far have you two progressed? Tell me. What better time is there to talk about love than the middle of the night? You know, I mean, we already heard that she has like a crush on the guy. It's just that he doesn't have a crush on her. If you happen to meet Katakata, she'll ask, need your legs? And if you don't give her the right response, she'll run off with yours. What's the right response? It's, I'm using them right now. She's surprisingly cooperative, it turns out. Okay. That's like, oh, I need to kill you. It's like, but I'm living. And they're just like, oh, all right. And just gives up. Oh, hey, I think I figured out why she's called Katakata. Katakata originally lost her legs after falling onto train tracks in Hokkaido. So maybe her name comes from the sound teeth make when chattering. What? What does that sentence even mean? She lost her legs when falling on train tracks. So her name's probably something about teeth. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like somebody's well known for fucking cutting off their hand. So we name them after their eyes. It's like, what? Somebody's well known for not having a tongue, so we name them after their blonde hair. That doesn't make any sense. Elaborate, though. Elaborate. Okay, I guess don't elaborate. Whatever the fuck that means. Why isn't there anything special happening tonight? We've got one more floor to go. Surely there's something to find up on the 4th floor. Come on, let's head for the elevator. Why do you want to use the elevator? Alright, come to us, O Reaper Elevator. Make thyself known before us. Also, I guess I was really hoping that he was going to explain, like, oh, teeth have something to do with your legs. But no, he was just... Okay. Kenji, I think we need to get you checked at a fucking mental ward. It's past 2 a.m. now. Why? Why isn't anything showing up? I called out to it and everything, but there's no sign of it appearing at all. This sucks. I hate it. I want to see the Grim Reaper at least once in my lifetime. Is that too much to ask? I can show you the Grim Reaper by throwing you down an elevator shaft, but I don't think it would be a great idea. May, it's okay. There's still hope. Just keep it together. Wow, I never took her for being the type to throw a tantrum when things go poorly. May, we're getting a little worried about you. Why don't we just take a little break at K Cafe? When we met up earlier yesterday afternoon, the owner said it was fine to use it as a break room. It shouldn't be locked. She's not going to listen to that, to reason. I'm in favor of it. I'm beat. I could use a rest after all this investigating. We can't. There's still Kotsu to check. We have to check everything again, top to bottom. There has to be something here. I just know it. All right, we get it. Let's just go inside K Cafe for a bit so we can reassess the situation. Sound good to you? All right, then. Why? I'm just not allowed to walk. I'm just here to fucking stand and listen to the Scooby Gang. There's nothing here. No ghosts, no spirits, nothing. Nothing. Say nothing. Nothing. Oh, cheer up. Since when does the good stuff ever happen on your first day you do this sort of work? I just want to see Matthew, Kata, the Reaper elevator, and Master Tip Tap. It's okay, May. Really. I'm sure something will come along soon. Also, I love how this scene is supposed to be taking place at like 2 a.m. or whatever, but the map that they're in doesn't have a change for the lighting to the right. It still looks like it's the middle of the day to the right. I think you guys have just gone crazy and everybody left for the day. Really? You sure? Ugh. What's wrong? Don't you guys hear it? You're right. Is that the elevator? Maybe it's Kyoko. But she's not the only resident here. Who could it be? Wait, maybe it's a cop. That sound just now. Did the elevator just arrive on this floor? It must have. It's the Reaper elevator. It came. I knew it was real all along. Tip tap, tip tap. Oh my god, that sound. Is that Master Tip Tap? Kata. Now it's a different sound. Don't tell me it's... I'm gonna guess it's just a fucking Digimon walking around. Oh, it's just an old man. Wait, was that somebody's voice? What's going on here? What are you kids doing here? We could ask the same question. Why are you here so late?
Late? Missy, it's morning already. I always come here to relax around this time.
Huh? But it's not even 4 yet. Well, actually, it makes sense. My grandpa tends to get up really early, too. Oh, I get it now. That's why the K-Cafe owner had this place unlocked, so that guy can use it. Hey, Frozen, what's wrong? Wait, am I seeing what I think I am? Is that a third leg?
What are you blathering about?
Those dentures, are they making that chattering noise because they're misaligned? You also came from the elevator, which would make you the Reaper?
Hey, who you calling a Reaper?
And the tapping sound must have come from... No! You mean to tell me this old guy here is the one behind all the local urban legends here? Yeah. You have to be kidding. Ah. Yeah. The truth is usually more normal than fiction. May's mournful cries could be heard all throughout the building that night, which then created a new urban legend. So it looks like you guys came through and solved all the mysteries. I couldn't have asked for a better end result than what you have found out. What's so good about it? It was all just because that old guy takes early morning walks. Perhaps, but as they say, truth is stranger than fiction. Get real here. Who could have ever seen any of that coming? Let me ask you something. While you were out running around solving mysteries, what were you picturing inside of your head? Did you see things in pitch dark? Did you hear something in deafening silence? Personally, in my opinion, I'd say such strong human imaginations are the key to engaging in supernatural research. I feel like I kind of get it, but I don't at the same time. Those are just my own thoughts on the matter. Don't read too deeply into them. Hopefully, having reached the conclusion that you guys have, it's a given that some things to think about individually. Now, as promised, I believe I have my files to hand off to you as a reward. Those won't be necessary. We'll solve those mysteries ourselves through our own efforts. Our own efforts and our boundless passion and imagination. Oh, that's a fantastic attitude to have. Stop being a simp. If you want to be real, you gotta start abusing. Oh, God. Wow, Kenji, that's actually kind of cool of you to say that. Perhaps I was out of line then. If you insist that much, then I won't worry about it. Oh no, we'll still gladly take them off your hands, Detective. What are you saying, May? Haven't you been paying any attention to what's going on? So, do you mean to tell me that you're not even a little interested in what's going on inside those files? Really, Minako? Well, maybe just a little. If you aren't, then I'll just go ahead and read them by myself. She's like, fuck it, I want answers. But probably any kind of real stuff that goes behind those urban legends is something like the old man thing. It's like, it's just some basic shit that somebody fucked up with or misunderstood. Hey, that's no fair. Man, and here I was thinking I could act cool for once, too. Aw, Kenji, you did great. Don't let this get you down. Just try harder next time. Well, I'm gonna take off now. Catch you two later. Alright, well, looks like there's just the two of us again, Frozen. I didn't expect them to run off with only one of my files. Either way, we can now report back to the other tenants that those issues have been taken care of. Hopefully that'll improve our standing a little. Those occult club kids are something, though. They're growing up so fast. And they're apparently still in Tokyo after all of these Digimon things were happening. Seems like everybody who's sane would have left this place instantly, but whatever. Fuck it. Maybe one of those days you'll start being... Wait, what? Maybe one of these days they'll start being a friendly rival of yours. That'd be fun, right? I don't know, man. I don't want a rival. I want to have the corner on the market, damn it. Also, what's up with old man Jenkins? He's staring at where the fucking, like, old computer was that we got Pete out of.
What makes me drag my old bones out here every morning, I wonder? This place feels real nostalgic to me for some reason, and I can't pinpoint the reason why.
Oh, Pete.
What the?
Huh?
Miko.
Hmm? So the reason he goes up there is because I guess maybe he knew the idol years ago, or at least he saw her on TV. And because of Pete using that idol's image to try and attract people over to the air conditioner, I guess he just saw her every morning. Yeah. Well, it's very explainable. It's very explainable, I guess. Anyway, give me my money. It's always interesting how mysteries often lead and tie into one another. God, excuse me. But I digress. Great work as always. Get ready for another case coming soon. Okay, well, can we have some story? It's not going to affect Examon for a while. I haven't seen Pete in a while. I doubt he's left Nakano Broadway, but something's been troubling him. Go find him. I mean, if the last cutscene led me to think that he's still up in the fucking coffee place, he's probably still gonna be there. I don't know. Maybe he's hanging out in the old computer. Nope. You guys seen my little blue cat? Kyoko. Right, welcome. I'm not Kyoko. Anybody seen a cat? Has anybody seen my cat? He's blue. Also, you ever seen my other cat? He's black and the size of like a human, and he walks on two legs. That cat's a little bit harder to find. Oh, there you are. Well, you're not Morgana, but you do have an M on your head. Oh, it's you, huh? Do you know who I am? Because I don't. I don't feel anything at all. Not a thing. Pete. Where'd my man go? I lost him. What happened? What? Pete disappeared in front of you? Just come back here for now. A new case just come in that's a cause for concern. Could be related to what you just witnessed. Oh no, it's the case of the missing Pete. Then again, we're the only ones who hang out with Pete. But he's also in the real world, so probably while Kyoko was gone and I was out doing mysteries and shit, he was just walking around Broadway being an idiot. He's a very lovable idiot, but most definitely one in the first place. Let's see, Ghost Cat Building. What? Oh, it's the old man.
I've been looking for so long. My Miko, my poor cat. Please find Miko.
Aw. I guess maybe he thinks Pete is Miko, or maybe something a little bit more different's happening. This case comes in from old man Mizushima. You might remember him as the one behind those 4 urban legends you recently investigated with the occult club members. It well and truly is a small world out there, even when it's bigger than ever these days. Anyway, he's tasked us with tracking down his cat. Frankly, during times like this, there's something to be said for a down-to-earth gig like this one. Mitsushima said he'd be waiting for you at K Cafe, although he didn't actually state when. It wouldn't hurt to go ahead and check things out at the cafe, so go and do that. Okay. Maybe he... Well, then again, we did... right when we met Pete, he said that he lost a lot of his memories, so maybe we're finally going to understand why Pete lost all those memories in the first place. God, it's an earthquake. Is Examon attacking the coffee place? It feels like it stopped. Wonder if it was an earthquake. Earthquake? I like earthquake. Fuck's an earthquake? I don't know. An earthquake? No, I didn't feel anything of the sort. Okay. Welcome. Grab a drink and have a seat and stay as long as you like. Okay. So, old man Mizushima's not in right now, all right? You originally met him there early in the morning, right? Might as well come back around the same time and see if he shows up. I mean, I guess that means I'm going to have to pull an all-nighter. Next day, early morning. Let's head to the K Cafe. Old man Mizushima should hopefully show up there. Alright. It's so nice looking at Nakano with nobody in it. Kind of reminds me of Idea Space Tokyo after you defeat fucking Demiurge. There's just nobody in Tokyo except for Sophia, or whoever you align yourself with at the end of the game. Sorry I hit the mic. Alright, what's up, old dude?
Oh, it's you again. I've been waiting, you know. Huh? You stopped by yesterday afternoon but couldn't find me? You must have just had bad timing, kid. I've been waiting here forever for you. What's done is done. Let's just let bygones be bygones and start searching now. My Miko, you see, he's inside this wall here.
Huh? You feel that, old dude? Are you at K Cafe right now? I'm picking up readings of a really strong digital wave vibrations coming from the 4th floor. It's a really huge current coursing through there. My money's on that old time capsule being the cause of them. What's that? An earthquake? I don't know what was up with that accent right there. I just pulled out a really weird accent. No, I can confirm it's definitely not. There's no movement here on the 1st floor. You're just sensing the intense digital wave... Pete, no!
It's...
I don't know. I don't want to know. It's better not knowing. Things are just fine as they are now. It's better if they don't change. Please stop. Don't wake me up from this.
It's Miko!
No, I'm Pete.
Whatever you are, Miko, just go back to me.
Aw, what's going on? No, I can't. That's just too much to ask of me. I'm not. Frozen, please, leave me alone. Let things stay just the way they are. Oh no, Pete's past is coming back to hit him.
I'm sorry, Miko. I'm sorry.
Is he just sad about his dead cat or something? Did I finally get through to you again? The vibrations have stopped for now, but the digital waves are still as intense as ever. There's something big brewing in there. As suspected earlier, they're coming from that old vacuum tube computer inside the wall. The digital waves are just gushing out of there from the old intranet lines that the computer is hooked up to. So much so, in fact, that they're forming a cybernetic ley line, a digital line of sorts. If things persist, it's only a matter of time before its effects are felt in the real world. Frozen, I need you to go inside the vacuum computer and do what you can to stop it. I'm counting on you. Alright, old dude, I'm going to go inside of a computer. And I guess you're allowed to watch. It's just, you're going to be a little bit confused when I do that.
He's like, oh my god, he just went inside of there!
Please let me be. Don't wake me from this dream. What's going on with Pete? Only one way to find out. He seems really sad right now. Maybe he's finally remembered who he is or what he is, and he's just like really not liking that. He's really not liking the idea that he is something that he doesn't know what he is or something like that. I don't know. Or that he's figured out who he really is. Come on, Pete, you just gotta throw that mask away. You gotta join the masquerade ball and eat pizza. I don't think they have pizza at masquerade balls. Well, I'm gonna change the world, and it's gonna happen. I'm gonna change the world, and that's just what's gonna fucking happen. This digital line is, like, really fucking long. Also, I guess a Monzemon's in here. I kind of forget, but you should probably set up high security in areas like this as well, but you only encounter something when you hit the circles, so it's not like I'm really worrying all that much. Nah, I don't really care. Alright, this way. This is the wrong way. This way! Oh, wait, it's the wrong way. I mean, this is a lot more, at least, interesting with these digital lines. When you make them a lot more of mazes, it makes it, at least, slightly, and I really do mean slightly more interesting, but then again, I can just blow up everybody in this area, so I don't really care. I don't really care. Sorry to say. Alright, are we... Nope, wrong way. Nope, wrong way. Wrong way, Johnson. You're gonna go this way, and then theoretically that way if we didn't encounter more cats. So then again, this makes sense. A bunch of cats being in an area where Pete is, because he's a cat. He's a cat! I mean, it's just a Wanyamon with the name Pete, because, I don't know, Kyoko has a really bad choice in names. We gotta go check in on our friend. He's, like, all fucked up now. Why? Why do you have to know who I really am? No response. Let's find Pete. Pete's out there screaming his ass off, and we need to fucking stop him from having a fucking manic breakdown. I mean, he's kind of already having a manic breakdown, but, you know, it's just not great to see out there. Also, I guess I just increased my fucking thing by even more. How much is that? That's just 15. Though I'm going to get a memory up from this one, so theoretically I'm going to have even more memory after this, so... More memory, less problems. More memory, less problems, because I got more Digimon on my side. Digimon's all that matters, man. Well, now I'm back in the fucking maze of Azkaban, where no Digimon are going to fight me, and I'm literally just sitting around being sort of bored. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with the DS Digimon World games. Like, sure, they've got interesting stories, and I love the sprite work, but it can't really change the fact that, in the end, they're just giant fucking mazes. And the problem with the DS games is you have to fight everybody you see, or at least run away from them, so... I can be thankful for this game that it has a bunch of levity in that fact that I don't have to fight everybody I see. I don't need to fight everybody that exists on the planet, just most everybody. Just most people instead. There you go. Go in there, go out of there. Oh, there's Pete? Question mark? Question mark? Oh, what's this? Nakano Broadway Construction Part 1. Construction plans for Nakano Broadway, hereby abbreviated as NB, was announced in 1959, ultimately taking 7 years to complete. The reason for the lengthy duration was due to a major issue that routinely manifested throughout the process. During land leveling, underground water leaked, resulting in an immediate halt to any and all work within the area. A large lake formed, the site was left alone for a long time. Mysteriously, large fish appeared en masse, attracting fishermen. Records also indicate people bathed in there in large numbers, and that a child at one point drowned in the lake. Oh. Today, something terrible happened. A strange Digimon appeared in the middle of my bed. It was so cold in there. Even when I tried to call out for help, nobody came for me. Those two detectives eventually showed up. Kyoko and Frozen. Frozen asked me who I was, but I said I didn't really know. So Kyoko gave me a name. She decided to call me Pete because I'm some sort of time capsule. Yep, Pete, that's my name. It made me so happy to have one. Names really are a special thing to have. Okay. I think Pete's having a fucking crisis of identity. Which, you know, I don't... It's not very common for cats to have a crisis of identity, but, you know, when your friend's not feeling all that great, you go ahead and help him out, I guess. I'll try and help, but, you know, I just show up and I beat the fuck out of things. I can't really talk you out of anything. Excuse me. I can't really speak. I kind of just, like, mime. Yeah, I kind of just mime. The game thinks I can speak, but that's just, like, fake news. That's just fake news. Let's see. So, where should we head to next? I guess I'll go this way. This way, that way. Where am I going? I don't know. This way, that way. Where am I going? I don't know. I wish I knew. Down there. I'm trying to encounter that fucking little blue dot I saw. A nice blue dot. There's at least one of them. Broadway, or the part 2. No blueprints exist for NB. 1961 saw the Japanese government commence its income doubling plan in order to re-energize the post-war economy. In tandem with unemployment policies, public works projects flooded the country, with major construction companies allotted huge budgets. Around 1962, one such project, the main route for the Shuto Expressway, was completed ahead of schedule. It was at that point that the attention turned back towards NB. Idle laborers and resources were funneled into the area from central Tokyo, at which point on the building commenced in earnest. It's likely that there wasn't time to even think of preparing proper blueprints for NB at that stage. Yoshido really likes this girl named Fuyume Yuki. He always sits me on his lap and tells me all about her. Everything is perfect about her, he says. Her singing, her dancing, her looks, everything. He says she's 1 in a million among idols. I can't do any of those things. I can't sit and I can't dance. But what I can do is curl up and fall asleep on Yoshido's lap. I love doing that. I just love hearing Yoshido talk about me so happily. I think the picture is already kind of coming in fucking 4K at this point about Pete's original identity. But I guess I'll stay ignorant. You know, ignorance is bliss until all the happiness hits you in the shits. I don't think that's a saying, but you know, it is one now. I said it, so literally it is now a saying. My saying, but you know, we live like that. We live those lives, I tell you. We live those lives. Anyway, where in the blue fuck am I going? Are you? Yep, you're the last blue one. Nakano Broadway Part 3. With no blueprints to draw up on, concrete was poured and rebar was erected, tailored to the land around the site. When construction was concluded 4 years later, the final building had 3 underground floors, as well as 10 floors above ground. Jesus, that's not what we have right here. East Asia's greatest commercial building was therefore constructed on little more than sheer willpower. However, this came at a cost of some aspects of NB's integrity. The escalator, for instance, only connects to the first 3 floors. Most of the underground floors have also gone unused in ensuing years. Such quirks are directly results of the circumstances surrounding the building's inception. It has 10 floors? It doesn't. It has 4 floors. Also, I guess it has a bunch of basement floors we've never looked into, so that's interesting. Yoshido told me that he and his son have been to a World's Fair once. He said that the line to see the moon rocks was really long, so long that it made them tired, but he said his son still had a good time. People also call Yoshito Chief Mizushima. His full name is Yoshito Mizushima. Yoshito is a big, important man in the computer room, so he doesn't get to go out with his son so much. He's glad they got to see the World's Fair. I wish I could have seen the World's Fair with Yoshido too, but he and I are always they're always together in the computer room. So that's okay. I'm content. Okay. Was that all? I guess not. Where are some areas I haven't fucking been to yet? Pretty much been everywhere, right? Unless there's just something I've overlooked. Unless something is now spawned in a new area that I'm unaware of. Which could be the case. Okay, so that was all finished. That was all... I've looked into there. I've looked into both of these areas. Though I think I'm missing one somewhere. I don't know. Why does it have to just be a fucking maze? Why can't it just, like, show me these all sequentially? Of course, I'd have to be talking a lot, but nah. At least I'd understand. Okay, there's nothing over here. Oh, God, my stomach. My stomach is rolling. Gotta just make the random Wario reference every now and again. I don't really reference, what is it called? That weird Wario thing that everybody did. Look, 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 it's Wario Land 4. Incredible, incredible. I mean, I guess it's incredible. I guess it's incredible. I don't think I've entered this one, though, so this is new. Oh, is that? I think that's where I need to go. That's where I need to go, Jimmy. That's where I need to go. But I think I already kind of get the picture of what's going on in this story. But, you know, I guess we have to see the story to its completion. We have to understand everything that Pete has undergone. Let's see. All right, last little note. Broadway Construction 4. In most cases, large commercial buildings are run by their owners, who control everything from PR to tenants and internal bylaws. BW was an exception to that rule. What? You mean What, you mean NW? Or NB? This might be a problem of translation error. I talked about how at the beginning of the Let's Play, they removed the thing that removes most censorship in the game. Well, one thing it doesn't completely remove censorship from is text. So, if you don't know, if you don't have that censor chip pretty much pulled out, the area that you're in, Nakano Broadway, is referred to as just Broadway. So, BW is probably what they're referring to, but it's NB for us because we know it is Nakano Broadway. Nakano Broadway has an exception to that rule. From the very start, shop and residential spaces alike were sold piecemeal. People who bought their real estate inside the building were free to utilize it however they pleased. Because of this, soon after NB opened, shop owners and residents started remodeling work on their respective stores and apartments. In the end, this meant that formal blueprints for NB weren't drafted until 8 years after the building was originally completed. Even in those early days, the building's layout had already become too unwieldy for anyone to fully grasp at that stage. Yoshido always has me sitting on his lap, petting my head all nice and gently. I love Yoshido. Yoshido always calls me Miko. Miko is a girl's name, but Yoshido gave it to me, so I love it. Okay. Is that not it? Do we not have every piece of this puzzle? Are there more pieces of this puzzle that we have yet to understand? Because I think I've pretty much been everywhere. At least everywhere that I can recognize, right? Unless something's new here that I don't really understand. Huh. I'm like, where do I go? Where do I go? I think I've seen everything by now, right? I've been everywhere I can in this area. If only Kyoko would call up and be like, do you have everything? It's like, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I did everything right. Well, I guess I'll retrace my steps again. I just wish I walked a lot faster. I need some speed up. I need double speed this shit, man. Just run really fast. That's all I need. Oh, God. I'm like, ah! Exactly. Me whenever I have to exist. Alright. This might be... Oh, here's a new area. Nakano Broadway Part 5. The basement of Broadway once housed a vacuum tube computer within its walls. It had been brought into the building after the end of World War II by war criminals who evaded arrest, shielded from the prying eyes of MacArthur's GHQ, which, if you don't know General Douglas MacArthur, I guess you don't really understand U.S. history, which... It depends on who you are, but Douglas MacArthur was not always the best dude, at least historically wise. The vacuum tube computer's purpose in those days remains a mystery. It's possible it could have been utilized for things such as mathematical computations or code breaking, but such speculation is unconfirmed. As time went on, there was eventually nobody left to carry on the original purpose set forth for the terminal. At that point, the computer was apparently buried inside of a wall somewhere. It's dark in here. All dark. I can't see a thing. It's okay being in the dark. I'm not scared of it or anything. It's just never been this dark before. Yoshido's not here. I don't even smell him. I can't go back outside. Yoshido, where are you? Yoshido. Yoshido. Please let me sit on your lap and pet my head again. Yoshido. Yoshito. Now you know. Now you know who I really am. Oh, God. So it's begun. Even though I say this is a bit more than what I bargained for. If this keeps up, the building's going to collapse for sure. Who am I? Somebody, anybody, tell me. Well, Pete, or another name. I'm gonna have to tell you. Please, who am I? Your name is, well, your name is... I guess there's a choice here. I guess your name's Miko. Yeah, that's right. My name's Miko. Yoshido is my friend. Pete is your friend. Yoshido's calling out for me. He's been looking for me this whole time. He found me. Oh, everything calmed down. Whew. Looks like the tremors have stopped. Just in the nick of time, too. That's my assistant for you. You've done well. Now I don't have to worry about any broken coffee cups. You're gonna lose your cat.
Miko! Miko, it's really you!
Yoshito, I'm so sorry. You've been waiting so long for me.
I'm the one who should apologize here, Miko. I'm the one who left you alone this whole time. I'm so sorry, my friend.
No, it's really okay. You don't have to be so sorry. I know you've been waiting for me since the day you had to go.
Oh, Miko. Thank you. If it wasn't for you, I'd never live to see Miko with my own eyes again.
So does that mean...
I should probably explain. You see, back when the vacuum tube computer room was still around, I lived here in this building, away from my family. That computer room is where I used to work. The only family I ever had here this whole time was Miko here. I talked with Miko with everything there. My memories of my family, Fuyuyumi Yuki, anything to help keep my loneliness at bay in there. He would join me in the computer room, and we spent many, many hours together there over the years. Eventually, they closed down the room and sealed the whole thing off with a thick wall, like it was never there to begin with. It was around that time I lost Miko, too. I couldn't find him wherever I looked. I had a bad feeling where he might have ended up and came back here who knows how many times to rescue him. But in the end, I couldn't do anything for him. I gave up and over time nearly forgot about him. Before I knew it, it had been decades since we'd last been together. I can't thank you enough for making this happen. We couldn't have been reunited without you, kid. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now we can go back to living together again. Thank you. I'll never ever forget this day.
Dang. Okay, that's a little bit of a change in what I thought was going to happen. I would think that Miko was a dead cat and that somehow its soul had drifted into the computer and become a Wanamon. But no, this Wanamon was always Wanamon. I guess all the way back in like 1959 or whenever this computer was put in there, it had Wanamon in it, which goes to prove Digimon had existed in this universe for much longer than any of the main characters are alive. Like, Digimon existed since the invent of computers and probably even further back, so that's pretty interesting and pretty sad, but at least Miko, whatever you want to call them, was able to figure that all out in the end, which is good. I see. Nice work. I can only imagine how hard it was, but you did a really good job. So our Pete was actually a cat named Miko, sealed deep inside a wall along with the old vacuum tube computer from the American occupation days. And somehow, using the building's intranet, or rather the power of its ley line, he merged with the computer and became a Digimon. I guess then my original idea is real? That old cat's had a hell of a life, wouldn't you agree, Frozen? Well, I mean, if then that's the interpretation then, that the cat became a Digimon, I guess it's nice that Miko got to live on through being a Digimon instead of just dying as an old cat. We can't say for sure what the actual simulation process entailed, but at this point we know better than to doubt that it happened. It's amazing just how much and yet how little the digital and real worlds are siphoned off from one another. I imagine the reason Pete showed up again after all those years is because of the digital wave abnormalities we've been seeing. But you know, there's still one thing about the whole story that bugs me a bit. You mentioned towards the end, old man Mizushima said, now we can go back to living together again, right? What do you think he meant by that? Not only that, but in the case you solved earlier, where he was the one behind the urban legends, how did he keep breaking into the building? Let's assume for the sake of the argument that he somehow had access to the entrance that let him come up and go at the timing he did. If he'd physically been getting into the building, so much that way that he'd been reported, you'd think something would have gone off differently. Got any theories you'd like to propose? Yoshito Mizushima. If we looked into his backstory, we might be able to find our answers pretty easily. What do you think? Should we dig a little more? Please, leave us. Don't go looking for us. Nah, best to keep it alone. Ah, that's understandable. Then there's probably best we do... it's probably best we do indeed let sleeping dogs lie. Alternatively, we could let the occult clibs... Clibs? What the fuck's a clib? I don't know. Kids know about this. I bet they'd have a real field day going after it. I mean, they came face to face with a real... You know what? Nah, let's keep it to ourselves. Okay, so the game's interpretation. Not all mysteries in this world need to be solved. Nakano Broadway brings many things together. The spirit world, the world of the living, the normal and the surreal, and now the physical and the digital. Truly, nothing is impossible in this crazy hole in the wall we call home. So at least the game's interpretation is that Yoshito was dead already. So we just gave Miko the closure she needed, or he needed, in order to move on. So I guess that's nice. I guess you could also interpret it as two ghosts walking around, but either way you interpret it, I don't even know how we got the reward money. I mean, it can't be, he can't be dead because I just got money from him. So I don't think that's the interpretation. That's not mine. Well, looks like just you and me again around here. That couch looks so empty without Pete around. We better get more clients to keep them warm. I guess so. It's kind of sad to see him go, but then again, I don't have to do that voice no more, so I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. All right. It's not... What do you want me to do now? Okay. Take more cases. What kind of cases are left? There's no more main cases anyway. Or at least on the board. I guess I'll... What am I supposed to be doing? I just walk outside, huh? Hey. Sorry, but I'm in a hurry. I have a message for you. Come to Odaiba. Suedo said something that the weakened Examon will be heading back there. It's your chance to defeat Examon. Help Suedo. Listen up, though. Come alone. Don't tell Kyoko or anyone. Just you. See you later. He wants a fucking showdown. If he wants a showdown, I'll bring a showdown. I need revenge against the Nautilus shells. But either way, I'm going to have to end this episode here. Next time on Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, we're going to go have a one-on-one where it's be a bare-knuckle brawl on top of the Odaiba building, I guess.
And before I end this episode, I want to thank all of my YouTube members, including the Disciples of Epsilon, Valric, Amber, and Phoenix. Without you all, this channel wouldn't stay afloat. So thank you for all your support, and I'll see you guys next time!